This story starts when the US Air Force set out to improve on the design of their plane cockpits, way back in 1950. They called in 4,063 of their pilots, and they took more than 250 body measurements on each one. Details like the length of their thumb, or the distance from the middle of their eye to the top of their ear. And they used the average of those measurements to design the perfect cockpit for the average Air Force pilot. That way it would fit everyone, right? Well, what happened next was that planes went down, a lot of them, and not even during combat. Worst of all, the Air Force couldn't seem to find the reason for the crashes. Weather conditions were good, there were no malfunctions in the planes, and the pilots were well trained. So they just chalked it up to human error. Then in stepped Lieutenant Gilbert Daniels. He took those original body measurements and he said, forget the 250, let's just look at the 10 most important ones. Things like the height of the pilot or arm length. And then he said, let's consider a pilot to be acceptably average if they fall within a 30% error range, which is pretty generous. How many of those 4,063 pilots do you think was acceptably average? Zero, not a single one. And in his report, Lieutenant Daniels wrote to the Air Force, you've designed a cockpit for the average Air Force pilot, and in doing so, you've designed a cockpit for no one. See, when it comes to designing something for individual people, no one really fits the average very well. And we've known that that's true in education for as long as the Air Force has known that it's true in planes. Yet so many schools still teach to the middle. At COA, we're really excited about the online space because it offers us a chance to teach individuals and not just teach to the middle. Our teachers are not just holders and deliverers of content, they're facilitating learning on platforms and courses which have been created and curated from around the world. We have individualized timetables, individualized enrichment streams, small groups where every individual is known. No more teaching to the middle.